Hello and welcome to another update video about the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is in a very similar wave count to S&P 500. It's a little bit different in that we have here a 1-2 setup from the October low. So we bottomed already here in a wave 2 and then we moved up again in a wave 1. And we are now coming down in a wave 2. This is actually an interesting setup because we have a 1-2 setup and another 1-2 setup. If this support is holding, we could see a rally in a third wave to, in the first instance, round about 13,370, and eventually it would take us even higher in the blue wave 3. And that could take us, one second, that could take us into the region. No, I need to take an extension here. So we could be looking at 3,990 then. Yeah, the 2.618 extension of the blue wave count. This is currently aligned with my Bitcoin count. That is also aligned with the S&P 500 count to a certain degree. Yeah. So when I made my last NASDAQ update, I think we hadn't reached the yellow support area yet, but we are certainly now in the area where ideally you would expect this thing to turn around. Now that doesn't mean it needs to happen today, it doesn't mean it needs to happen tomorrow, but we have come down to the golden ratio, the 61.8% fib level. It looks like we should get one more low. We're going to zoom in a minute, but we've got here an ABC pattern. Currently, this is a 3-wave structure to the downside. Yeah, so 3-wave down means it could really be this wave 2, ABC within wave 2, and then we could rally in the third wave. We're also coming down here to, let me just draw that. This could be a diagonal pattern. So if I connect these two, it's actually a bit wider than that. So yeah, we're close to the channel support here as well of this wave pattern, this structure. We are in this channel, and key support, you know, if we lose the current support level, which is at 11,190, we can certainly fall back to this channel support that is at around $11,000. If we lose that, there's one more chance to find support at 10,940. But if we drop below that level, which is the 78.6% fib retracement of wave 1, then I don't believe that this is still a valid wave count that could push us higher, and we need then to activate lower support areas for this alternative low. Yeah, so this is obviously the idea. The idea is that all of this move to the upside could just be a wave 4 of some sort, which would now come down in a 5th wave in an impulsive wave pattern. At the moment, it rather looks to me that this is going to be a 3-wave move down, with an overshooting wave B here. But it's all depending on this support area and how we're going to move out of it. We can only trade and analyze what we see in the charts, and we can only react to it. If we now turn around here, as I said, this could be a bullish setup, but I would want to see, to get confirmation, 5 waves to the upside and 3 waves down to get confirmation. We're already in a setup where we have 5 up, 3 down, and another 5 up and 3 down. So we are already in a, let's say, higher probability setup here for the NASDAQ. But the problem I have with this count is that this was only a leading diagonal. Okay, and also in this move up, the wave 5 was a bit short. So I'm not too happy with this whole setup. It's not a perfect count, but then again, it's not necessarily surprising, because if this really is a substantial low that has been put in place here at around $10,400 back in October, then it's natural that there are still many doubters in the market that are selling into the rallies, which creates this choppy price action. So it will be interesting how we are now going to react to this support area. If we see out of this 5 waves up, 3 waves down, it would be another level of confirmation that, yeah, we are here on our way higher. If we now zoom in a little bit, we can see that the overall wave count suggests that in the C wave, which is a 5-wave move, we've come down in a wave 1, we've moved up in a 2, we came down in a 3. That might now be complete. Could also go a little bit lower. I mean, this is really micro counting, but we certainly reached, I think we already reached targets. Let me just double check that. Well, okay, we haven't reached the 1.618 extension yet. It would be ideal to get down to the $11,100 level for the wave 3 in yellow. Then to see a wave 4 to the upside, just a shallow retracement and one more leg down in wave 5, and then it would be ideal to move up. If we already move up now, what would be the level where I'm saying that we have already bottomed? That would be the 50% Fibonacci retracement. If we now rally above the 11,560 level substantially, yeah, that means we go above it and hold it, that would be a strong indication that we have bottomed here. And then we are probably already in wave 3. Bear in mind, there are never absolute certainties, but this is sort of what I'm looking at. If we drop below the yellow support area, then we are in something more bearish and will most likely break the October low. Okay, that's my update about the NASDAQ. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.